President Donald Trump told Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince MBS to lower global oil prices, saying that if prices go down, the Russia-Ukraine war might finally come to an end. I don't even know which part of this homework assignment is more shocking: Donald Trump ordering Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince MBS around, or Trump telling him to lower global oil prices so the Russia-Ukraine war can finally end. Let me tell you, the information in this clip is some seriously spicy global finance and politics. You can support us through this QR code. Every single bot and satong goes toward helping Sunny Monster Channel create quality content. And thank you so much to our supporters. Thanks to your support, Sunny Monster Channel can create content freely, both in terms of topics and quality. Or you can support us just by subscribing, liking, sharing, or leaving a comment. That alone makes us really happy. Thank you so much. Let's get to the point. President Donald Trump told Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince MBS to lower global oil prices, saying it's just too expensive. He said that if global oil prices were lower, the Russia-Ukraine war would end quickly. Seriously, I mean, Donald Trump actually thinks that Saudi Arabia should have lowered the prices even before this, back during the election period, because it would have shown their affection, you know? Oil prices are just too high, you know? That's why the Russia-Ukraine war still isn't over. Let's listen to the soundtrack, shall we? Animo.
Sold the soda, ready to be back at the brink. Don't cross the world, oil's got a break. Hit it then with frag, lay up, surprise, Z in the before, deal, action, attention, show all, and love by damage at joint life. Slang, surprise, bid ever, price came down, the rhyme refrain, world word, and the middies lay. Ride down there, price source one up there, that the world work. Kent, you, yeah, gotta bring, don't your price, you go, in that world.
And also, what really made Sai go, damn, is that Donald Trump straight up said, look, Crown Prince MBS of Saudi Arabia, right? He invested $600 billion in the US, which is good. But why isn't it $1 trillion? Because Crown Prince MBS? He's a guy who's really charismatic, a truly confident man. And America has been really good to Saudi Arabia, supporting them again and again.
Labea World Sink and the Belgian Downrise and the Melod Beer's Gree-entrant Prince Effent test the Geary Toothery are the Doot Tor Rendon Trail, you and I fickle, though the Pureus Weakpen Theory, good the dem is.
Donald Trump not only negotiated global oil prices, but also asked Saudi Arabia to invest more in America. He really is something else. But anyway, this is one of the plans that the United States claims will bring peace to the world by ending the war quickly. Donald Trump didn't just put pressure on the Middle East or just Saudi Arabia. On the other side, he also pressured China so that China would in turn pressure Russia to get Russia to agree to sign the peace plan, a treaty for peace. At the recent World Economic Forum in Davos, Donald Trump even video called into the event. He went ahead and told China, I think China can help us stop the war. Donald Trump believed that we could work together. China's foreign minister, Mao Ning, responded like this. She said she was glad to see all parties playing a constructive role and creating conditions to reduce violence and resolve the political crisis. Basically, Mao Ning turned him down in the softest way possible. You know what I mean? Like if China were to help the US pressure Russia to, what does that even mean? Because the United States has already slapped massive sanctions on Russia, right? And now they're asking China to help pressure Russia, which would mean China would have to distance itself from Russia too. But the thing is, America just sanctioned Russia and then basically lined China up right behind Russia, like you're next. The US is already eyeing a big set of sanctions for China as well. So China's like, what the heck? And now you want me to help you? Just look at this headline. The Pentagon just made an announcement, like super recently, just this past January. It's still January now, right? In this episode, they announced that there are 134 Chinese companies with military ties operating in the United States. And then there was another order saying that these Chinese military-related companies are going to be blacklisted by the US. In other words, banned. So these are the Chinese companies that America says it's going to blacklist. These companies are all major players, like Tencent, the gaming giant, China Mobile, the telecom company, CATL, which makes EV batteries, and Sinopec, China's massive oil exporter. So is China affected by this? Absolutely. On the day the US announced this news, the MSCI China Index, or Chinese stocks, dropped significantly. They fell a lot from their peak on October 2nd, 2024. It dropped by 20%. And then the US tried to get other countries, Western nations, Europe, and others, to sanction China, telling them to cut ties with China. On top of that, China and Russia are currently really close. China is buying oil and energy from Russia at cheap prices. This access to cheap energy is a huge commercial advantage for China right now. So after the US said, hey, you need to stop dealing with China, and you too stop being friends with China, China's best friend at the moment is Russia. Let's just say China doesn't have many close friends right now, so there's no one left to cut off. And just to be clear, we're talking about China here, not us. So honestly, what the US is asking of China today, if I were China, I'd probably be singing, "That's not my problem anymore." I can't give you that. So let's take a look at Russia for a moment. People are saying just how strong they are right now. If we say that the current global oil prices are allowing Russia to have plenty of money to fund the war, let's see just how much revenue Russia is making at these oil prices. According to data from Russia's Ministry of Finance, shown in a graph published by Bloomberg, Russia's revenue in December 2024 exceeded 4 trillion rubles, which is about 40 billion US dollars, and that's just for 1 month. This amount is up 28% year on year compared to December 2023. But I'd like you to take a closer look at this graph. The black bars at the bottom represent something important. The revenue from oil and gas sales, that is, energy, has actually remained quite steady over the past 10 years. Now, take a look at the light blue bars above. You'll notice they've been increasing steadily. That represents Russia's revenue from non-energy exports. So what this means is that while Russia has consistently earned a lot from selling energy over the past decade, they're also making a lot of money from selling other goods as well. In other words, there's less and less need to rely solely on revenue from energy, oil, and gas. This means that even if Saudi Arabia and OPEC work together to lower global oil prices, it might not impact Russia as much as before. Russia's war machine could still keep running, meaning they could continue fighting. But let me tell you, when it comes to finances, you have to look at things from many different angles. You can't just look at revenue because we don't know what the actual profit is or what the debt situation looks like. What about the currency? Well, Russia's debt situation right now is far from strong. They're drowning in debt, and the currency is really weak, just terrible. If you want a deeper look at Russia's economy and finances, you can check out this video. I'll link it for you. It's all about whether Russia is running out of money. But let's get back to what Donald Trump was asking for, because that's where things get really interesting. Trump actually asked Saudi Arabia, the big boss of OPEC, to lower global oil prices, right? Yeah. Is it really that easy to influence the global market like this? Let's dig a little deeper. If Donald Trump actually manages to pull off this deal to lower global oil prices, how many birds would he be hitting with one stone? Let's start by looking at inflation in the United States. Inflation in the US has been steadily rising for the past 23 months, and now it's up to 2.9%. That's the CPI, the Consumer Price Index. It's gone up as well. This means that the cost of food, goods, and the overall cost of living in the US is still high and getting higher. If Donald Trump can negotiate global oil prices down, cheaper oil would help ease inflation in the US. That's because oil prices are a cost factor in everything, right? So it would make production costs lower across the board. And more importantly, if oil prices drop, there's a real chance that Donald Trump could actually pull off this part of the deal. He made a promise to the American people that he would cut their electricity bills in half within 18 months. We'll have to wait and see if he can actually deliver on that. And there's another point. Donald Trump has also made a request to central banks around the world, asking them to lower their policy interest rates. With inflation running high, he's asking for a reduction in policy rates. The reason Trump is asking central banks worldwide to lower their policy rates is so that it won't lead to a fierce currency war. Now, if everyone in the world lowers their policy interest rates, even the Fed, even though the Fed's direct research team led by Jerome Powell says, hey, we can't lower them, we just can't. Eventually, they'll have to lower them anyway. That's what Trump thinks. Looking at it this way, global finance doesn't seem that complicated. Honestly, it just depends on whose mouth the order comes from. I'll attach this clip here for you. Interest rates won't drop, but everyone else's will, in case anyone's curious about why the Fed is likely unable to lower interest rates in the United States. But looking at it, Donald Trump is really good at giving orders, right? But I don't really know if other world leaders, when they hear Donald Trump coming in so aggressively and loudly, are actually scared, or if they'll follow his lead. Because there's one person who seems to be like, hey, I'm making it clear right now that I'm standing up to Donald Trump. So let's give the crown to the Prime Minister. Of Canada, Justin Trudeau, let's give him credit for his courage first. But there have also been rumors going around, like Canada doesn't even have to do anything. Donald Trump might just scoop them up and make them the 51st state. But anyway, let's get back to the point. If the Prime Minister of Canada still dares to stand tall and show this much confidence, like, hey America, if you start a trade war and slap on tariffs to block trade, I'll hit back too. Well, that's definitely possible. So it's likely that other countries will also dare to speak out like this. Now, imports to the United States will get more expensive because of the tariffs and trade barriers they impose. And exports will see shrinking profits because other countries will retaliate with their own tariffs and trade barriers. Bloomberg predicts that the result of Trump's trade war will cause the US GDP in 2025 to decrease a negative 1.3%. And I'm still hung up on Trump's initial request to Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince MBS, asking him to do whatever it takes to bring down global oil prices. I'm curious too, was he able to do it or not? Let's first take a look at Saudi Arabia's oil production status. Saudi Arabia is a country that can produce oil at the lowest cost in the world at just $10 per barrel. That's Saudi Arabia's production cost. Meanwhile, the current global oil price is over $70, right? So honestly, if Saudi Arabia wanted to lower the price, they could. There's still a big margin, and they can still make a profit. For example, if Saudi Arabia, as the leader of OPEC, told all of OPEC to work together to ramp up oil production and export more, that could bring oil prices down, right? But the question is, why would Saudi Arabia agree to lower the price? So let's take a look at the United States. Besides what we've already mentioned, that America is really good to Saudi Arabia because they have a deep behind-the-scenes relationship, like signing agreements to provide military support, which we won't go into detail about in this video, let's first look at the commercial interests. Let's check out the financial figures to see whether America has any influence over trade with Saudi Arabia. Or to what extent, or who actually has commercial influence over Saudi Arabia. And let's also take a look at which country buys the most oil from Saudi Arabia and the Middle East. When we pull up this chart, we can see that the country that buys the most oil from the Middle East is China. As for the United States, if we scroll up, you'll see. So if we just look at the numbers, the amount of money flowing into Saudi Arabia in the Middle East, it's clear that the money coming from America is much less than what they get from China by quite a lot. So it's hard to say how big of a deal Crown Prince MBS of Saudi Arabia will see Donald Trump's request as. But don't forget, just looking at this isn't enough. There are other deeper factors at play here. But everyone calling Donald Trump crazy probably isn't an exaggeration. But one thing's for sure, Donald Trump is definitely not stupid. Because when Trump comes out and asks this country or that country to do this or that, in reality, the United States, under Donald Trump's leadership, might not actually need to rely on that cooperation at all. If the US really wanted to bring global oil prices down, America actually has the capability to do it, because the United States is the country with the largest amount of crude oil underground in the world. Right now, under Donald Trump's leadership, the U.S. has announced that it will ramp up oil production, basically turning the country into a major oil production base, and will export oil all over the world. This could potentially make oil prices even cheaper, except, do you remember that Saudi Arabia produces oil at just $10 per barrel? That's their cost. But for the United States producing oil, it costs up to $65 per barrel, almost 7 times more expensive. So sure, if they wanted to drill a lot, they probably could, but the cost of extraction is high. If it weren't for this, America would have become the world's oil king a long time ago.